At 9 years old, she was seen in this photograph crying, running away naked from a napalm attack. The iconic photo has been seen all over the world. Kim Phuc is a living symbol of the horrors of the Vietnam War. Her story of survival has been a lifelong journey. It started with the attack, morphed into bitterness and anger, but has blossomed into something truly inspiring and motivating.
Tonight, Channel 4's Melanie Lawson tells Phuc's story. She also went to South Florida to meet the doctor who's giving Phuc a chance to finally walk away from years of pain. We do want to warn you, though, some of the images that we're about to show you are graphic.
Kim Phuc didn't see this photo until months after planes dropped napalm onto her South Vietnamese village. It shows her as a 9-year-old crying, screaming, and all she could think was,
"But it's so ugly because I running without clothes." I say, "Oh no."
She despised the picture, but in time came to respect it.
But I thank God for years. I learned about that. I learned that the picture is a powerful gift for me.
It shaped her life. After spending 14 months in the hospital, burned over more than 50% of her body, she survived the burns that tore into her skin, penetrating down to bone. When she finally left, she was a year older, scarred, but thankful.
Look at my life as 9 years old, how much I suffer. I lost my 2 cousins. I love my loved one. I lost everything material, like houses. My childhood is lost, but you know, we still have hope in the future.
That hope didn't come easy. Kim learned to forgive. Through her faith, she began to heal inside and out.
I just try my best because I'm so grateful that God let me be alive, and not only be alive with and endure with the pain and suffering and hatred, bitterness, but is it just a miracle that I could able to learn and to grow in His love, His mercy, and His peace, His joy. So that is transform my life from darkness to light.
And it was this picture that gave her a platform, her blessing and a curse. Kim planned to go to medical school, but was pulled out of college by the Vietnamese government to be used as propaganda. She eventually escaped to Canada and decided to use her story to spread her own message. Kim started her own foundation to help wounded warriors and other burn survivors. She focuses mainly on helping and inspiring other people. That was until her father-in-law found someone who could help her.
Right now is my dream come true, and heaven on earth for me.
Kim has been in constant pain since that napalm attack more than 40 years ago.
I learned to distract my mind. When the pain comes, I never focus on the pain.
And now, with the help from a Miami doctor, the pain and the scars are in the process of being burned away. We traveled to Miami to meet Dr. Weibel. She believes in the power of lasers.
That we've got an incredible solution for them, not just an okay solution. I mean, the lasers really bring it to a whole new level and can fix scars in ways that we've never seen before.
Dr. Weibel uses those lasers to burn the skin, to heal it.
We jokingly say we're physicians, not magicians, but the lasers create little tiny wounds, and they give the human body a way to heal itself. It's really quite amazing because we are using a little third-degree burn to heal a big third-degree burn.
It's a slow process and takes on average 6 to 7 treatments, using the months in between to let the body heal and build new collagen. Dr. Weibel has been working with Kim for several months and says she is already seeing results. An incredible solution for a woman Dr. Weibel has come to admire.
She is an incredibly beautiful human being, and she's forgiven everybody. And I also think that she's dedicated her life spiritually to help other children of war. And, you know, I think we all can learn from her.
And in just a matter of months, 43 years of pain, agonizing reminders of war and tragedy are fading away.
No pain, that would be wonderful in my life, and that I can enjoy completely.
Dr. Weibel expects it will take at least through the summer to see full results from the laser treatments Kim's undergoing right now in Miami. We are keeping in touch with her and plan to be there when Kim feels comfortable revealing her new self, something she never thought was possible. Melanie Lawson, Channel 4, the local station.
Incredible. This treatment is not currently covered by insurance, and the price can vary depending on the kind of treatment needed and, of course, the amount. For burns, it starts at about $500 per treatment and then can go up to $2,000. We have information inside this story on news4jax.com, including a link to contact the office of Dr. Weibel to talk about your particular needs. Just look for the story on the homepage. And we spent 2 days with Dr. Weibel and her patients in Miami to see how this revolutionary laser treatment works and who can benefit. Coming up tonight at 11, meet a pilot who nearly died when his plane slammed into a mountain. He was severely burned. After treatments to keep him alive, he met Dr. Weibel. We'll show you how lasers have already transformed his life. And then tomorrow at 7:45 on the morning show, from acne scarring to surgery scars, laser technology can address those issues too. We'll show you the process, and Dr. Weibel will explain why acne scars are especially challenging.
A Florida dermatologist is changing the lives of burn patients by using lasers.
Her revolutionary treatment can ease pain, reduce scarring, and increase mobility in patients who have suffered tremendously from fire. During the 10 o'clock news, Melanie Lawson told you the story of Kim Phuc. 40 years after she was burned over 50% of her body by napalm when her South Vietnamese village was attacked by a bomb, this iconic photo captured her in that moment. All these years later, she's still dealing with the pain and scarring, but now she sees a future without pain. Dr. Jill Weibel is treating Kim and other patients who have unbelievable stories of survival and suffering, but now they have a chance to live a normal life.
Melanie now has this part of the story, and we do want to warn you, some of the images are graphic.
I want you to meet Lance McLean. The odds were against him. 2 of his comrades died in a fiery plane crash. He and 1 other person on board survived. He was terribly burned, almost didn't make it, but he's recovered more than he could have ever imagined. Lance McLean was in the cockpit when his plane slammed into the side of a mountain in Colombia. When Lance tried to escape, all he felt was fire.
I mean, I remember that feeling of getting burnt on my arms. There was a lot of heat in the cockpit, but specifically my arms and trying to get the hatch open.
He was burned all over his body. His first surgeries were to keep him alive. In severe burn patients, they usually are.
Fire spreads so fast, and it goes deep and it goes wide, and then it doesn't just affect the skin. There's an effect on the bone marrow and the organ. Patients that are in trauma or burn injuries typically are in the ICU fighting for their life for a few days.
Miami dermatologist Dr. Jill Weibel was not his first, second, or even third doctor, but she was the one to eventually bring him visually back to his old life. Lance was simply focusing on survival, but little did he know what his future held. In less than 2 years, his head, chest, arms, and legs are nearly back to normal. During his initial treatments in ICU, one of his doctors told Lance Dr. Weibel could help.
I have to be honest, I was somewhat skeptical. How does this process with lasers, burning the skin again, going to get rid of scars?
Despite the skepticism, he contacted her. We were there during his most recent treatment.
And again, I don't think if you met Lance today, you probably said, "Where's the burn patient," right?
Dr. Weibel has dozens of different lasers, and she has to pull out some of her most powerful for his treatment.
Once we do this laser, we're over 100 degrees Celsius. We're boiling water.
She's working on restoring his skin, and part of Lance's treatment is improving mobility in his hands that scar tissue took away.
Could not hold a spoon to feed myself, and now I've got complete function.
What can you do now with those hands?
Yeah, that's.
But to get here, it isn't easy. Lance's treatments are intense.
Okay, Lance, this is tough.
But after less than 15 minutes,
how you doing?
He's done.
So it's not pleasant, but it's not terrible.
No, exactly.
Good job, Lance. Yeah, he is a star.
All right.
Another one down.
Yeah.
Lance's wife is always by his side, and afterwards, he says it feels like a sunburn. Since the crash, Lance looks like a different man, but he doesn't feel that way. You look in the mirror now, who do you see?
Same old guy I saw before my crash.
That's the goal, and Dr. Weibel still has more tricks up her sleeve to help Lance.
I love treating the patients, and I have a lot of faith in my lasers. It's a game changer because we can get people almost back to normal. Every time we treat, they get better.
Lance was a reservist at one point here in Jacksonville and sees the benefits for our soldiers who are burned in war. He really wants them to understand that there is a treatment for people that can help them get back to a normal life. Melanie Lawson, Channel 4, the local station.
Wow. Now, this treatment, it's not currently covered by insurance, and the price can vary depending on the kind of treatment needed and the amount.
So for burns, we understand it starts at about $500 a treatment, then can go up to about $2,000. You can find more information on those costs, though, on news4jax.com. And coming up tomorrow on the morning show, Dr. Weibel also uses laser to treat patients who have acne and surgical scars. So Melanie's going to share two different women's stories. They're also getting laser treatment for those reasons and seeing results. That's tomorrow morning on the morning show. It starts at 7:45 for that particular story.